is Dami and I am a home baker in Dublin. I serve Dublin and its environs. So if you're a home baker like me as well, no. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So my name is Dami and I am a home baker in Dublin. I serve Dublin and its environs. So if you're a home baker like me as well, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips that has helped me to be able to create my brand and to be able to make it like be endearing to the people around me so they can buy from me, and that way I can be able to create a business and no stop. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you've not been here before, my name is Dami and I am a home baker in Dublin, Ireland. So I serve Dublin and its environs. So I bake from home. I do not have a storefront or anything. So this video is for you if you're a home baker and you're struggling with making sales, like creating your brand online. Yeah, you do not have to have a storefront. Basically, yeah, this is my kitchen. This is my home kitchen. And this is where I do all of my baking and all of my service providing. This is my small fridge, my other small fridge, and this is my industrial fridge. So I do all of this from home, and I have been able to build a brand because this is 2024. You do not have to have a storefront to be able to build a brand and to be able to create a business that people want to associate with. So I'm going to be giving you 5 tips that really helped me in 2023. Yeah? Okay. So differentiating your brand is something really important because there are lots of bakers out there and everybody is trying to get a piece of the market. So for you to be able, people buy with their emotions, yeah? So for you to be able to get people to buy from you consistently and keep coming back, you have to be able to create an experience that is based on your brand, if that makes sense. So, let me check my notes. Okay, so one of the first thing I did, and I did this earlier on in my business, was to have signature creations. Let me explain to you what I mean by signature creations. So basically, you have things that you make and only you make. So that way, when people see it, they'll be able to say that, oh, this cake is from Cake Me Away. This cake is from Cakes and Cream. Without seeing maybe any flyer or any logo on it, they can just tell, right? So let me give you an example of what I do for my business. When I first arrived in Dublin, what I started doing was I put mini donuts on all of my cupcakes. You don't have to do that, and it doesn't have to be something too expensive. Just something small that makes people know that, oh, this cake is from Cake Me Away, or when you see something, oh, it's that cake lady that made it. That way they'll be able to tell you apart even before asking questions from the person that made the cake. Another example is I make really tall cakes, and those are not really common. Where I'm at right now, if you see my cakes, I'm going to put a video here. Oh, I think I have one in the fridge. I'm going to show you in this video. They're usually about 6 layers tall, and they are very tall. So once you see them, oh, that cake is from this person. Yeah, if you've seen my page before or anything. So you need to be able to create creations that are specific to you, so that when your customers or your potential customers see them, they'll be able to know that, oh, this thing is from this person, and oh, that's this person. And people want to, they want to be associated with what's doing great, what's looking good, what people are doing, what's involved. Nobody wants to miss out, basically. So the first thing is to have your own specific creations that only you make. They can't find you anywhere else. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Let me give you another example, yeah? There's this particular lady I follow on Instagram. Once I see her cakes, I know she was one that made it. She thought nobody needs to tag her or anything because her lines are always crisp and really nice, yeah? So you can always tell that, oh, this is this person's creation and stuff. So you want to do that for your business. Okay, so number 2 is personal branding. So personal branding, yeah, is different for everybody. It's basically like you in your business and how you do your business, how you relate with your audience, how you relate with your customers. Let me give you an example, right? For me, I do this thing where if I'm making a cake, at least once or twice a week, I try to show up on my Instagram so people can see me. They can see me making the cake. People like to associate with what they can relate to, if that makes sense. And there are different ways you can do this. Yeah, you can tell stories on your Instagram stories. You can make posts of cakes, not like ready-made cakes. As you're making them, as you're baking, as you're putting it in the oven, you can take mini clips and post on your stories. You can also like interact with your customers. There is this thing I do as well, where like you can post several pictures of the cake you make during the week and say like which is your favorite. Those kind of things makes people comment, even if they normally would not comment on your post, but the fact that, oh, they just want to like air their opinion, they'll make a comment. So that way you'll be able to engage your people. Like they know you, you know them basically, and people want to buy from somebody they know, if that makes any sense. So the first thing you want to think about when you want to, like, you know, when setting up your brand is you want to think about specialization. What did you make that is unique to only you? And number two, personal branding. You, like, how do you run your business? What do people see when they see you? Kind of thing. Number three is customization options. Let me give you an example. So like, for example, right, you can decide that when somebody wants to order a cake from you, they can order like different flavors, and you have to be very specific. This can be a little bit tricky. You have to be very specific on the kind of flavors you offer. You don't want anybody to just be able to come to you and say, okay, make this cake, or I want you to make me a coconut, vanilla, caramel, carrot cake. Where would you even start from? So it's important if you can nail down, okay, 5 or 6 recipes that you offer, so that way you have like 6 different options. When people say, oh, I want a cake, and you can say, oh, these are the flavors I offer. Exceptions can be in maybe if it's a wedding cake. Some people are quite attached to certain things and they want to remember their wedding cakes a certain way. So that way you can decide that, okay, maybe if it's a wedding cake, or if it's a cake that is over a certain price, you can like offer specialty flavors. The person can tell you what to make, and you can, you know, try making it for them and stuff. So give people the options to customize as much as possible, right? So the first thing I talked about was having something specific to you. The second thing is personal branding, and the third is customization. So number four is exceptional presentation, guys. I can't, especially if you're a new home baker, the first thing you should do as you're watching this video, the moment you click on this video, the first thing you should do is to buy a light stand. I don't care how good you are, I don't care how good your cakes look, it needs to be well lit. And I don't care how good your camera is, whatever camera you're using, it needs to be well lit so you can take a good picture. That way you're putting your best foot forward to your customers. Let me tell you, yeah, people eat with their eyes first before they eat with anything else. They need to see it, they need to see it look good before they think, oh, it might taste good. If it doesn't look good, they're hardly going to think maybe it tastes good, no matter how delicious it tastes, yeah? And number two, aside from photography, another thing you want to think about is packaging. Imagine you make a cake and somebody paid 150 euros for a cake, and you spent maybe about 5 hours from baking time, planning, decorating and everything. You spent about 5 hours putting it together. And now when this cake is ready, you put it in the cardboard box. Presentation is very important. That way, when your customer comes to pick up the cake or when it gets delivered, just seeing you from afar and seeing how it's packaged and seeing how it looks, they can even give it as a present. It doesn't have to be just theirs. And they can always depend on the fact that, oh, when you order from this person, they bring you a complete experience. So packaging is very, 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 very important, right? And speaking of packaging, yeah, you guys know, like, I love aesthetic packaging. I love when something looks great and looks nice and it is not too expensive. So I make my own boxes and I have a website where I sell them and several people buy. We deliver to all over Europe and Canada, US, UK, you know, and its environments basically. And I'm going to put the link up here. And if you also want, if you don't see it up here, to be in the description box, is www.cakemeway.online. Yeah. So if you're in any of those countries and you want to try out these boxes, they are not too expensive and they are durable and they are really lovely and they are very easy to fix. Anyways, so now that we've spoken about presentation, last and not the least, right? Last and not the least is engaging with your community. Yeah. I heard this thing on TikTok some months back that Some people will see your post like maybe 10 times, or on the average, customers see your post 7 times before they buy. So you can't just say, oh, you've posted today, so you post again tomorrow. It means it will take somebody 7 days to convince them. And mind you, that if Instagram's algorithm decides to show them every time you posted that 7 days. So if you're posting 2 or 3, or I don't know, some people do not advise it, but I advise like if you're posting 1 or 2 times a day or 3 times a day, that would be really great. That way you have a higher chance of getting people to see your videos and see the things you're posting and be able to engage with it before they buy from you. So you want to engage your community by showing up. Sometimes just dress up and show your pretty face. Dress up and show yourself packaging the cake. Dress up and show yourself just, we as home bakers, we tend to like get in our space, because the baking thing for most people is like a hobby thing. So like you're on your slacks, you're in your house, and you're very comfortable and you're baking. That's usually, even me, that's usually how I bake. But once in a while I like to dress up and create a show for you guys. Make a show out of the old, boxing, decorating, depending on how I'm feeling, and if I don't have too much work. So you want to show up for your customers. You want to you can't be shy selling your business. You want to basically it's easy to decide, oh, I'm an introvert, I can't do that. But this is 2024, yeah. You need to show up on social media, TikTok, Instagram, and you need to make a lot of noise if you really want to sell, yeah. So those are the 5 things that has helped me. It really helped me in 2023, and I'm looking to even double down on them in 2024, especially when it comes to doing live. I hardly go on live. I think I've only gone on live once, and that's really good for engagement and stuff. So you want to show up for your business. So in summary, right? In summary, you need to have signature creations that are unique to just you. And number 2 is personal branding. What do you bring to the table as a baker that they can't get anywhere else? Sometimes it's just your personality. It's not anything else. It's not like your kids are sweeter, to be honest, yeah? Number 3, customization options, right? Let them be able to choose, oh, this is what I want. I want something, I don't want to spend that much money. I want something below 100. You should not let them tell you what they want. You should be able to say, okay, this is what I sell that is below maybe 100, that pays me as well. It's not just maybe this is this huge cake, takes 10 hours to make, and somebody wants you to make a minute amount, a minute version of that cake. It will most likely take you longer, right? So number 4 is exceptional presentation. Great boxes, great pictures, basically. And number 5 is engage with your community, like I am doing right now. So if you have any other tips for me that I can learn from, I would really appreciate that. And you can leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. And I feel a little rusty because it's been a while I made TikTok and YouTube videos, but I'm back on the horse. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.